In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create this simple and nice auto-resize text box animation using After Effects. So, let's get started. Alright, I have created a full HD resolution composition, which is 1920 by 1080 pixels. First of all, I'm going to create a typewriter text animation using expression. Now we need to select the type tool from the toolbar and type any text that you want. Once your text is in place, we should utilize the alignment tool to perfectly center the text both horizontally and vertically within the designated area. In the next step, I will be enhancing our animation by applying a slider control effect that allows us to finely adjust the speed of the typewriter animation to suit our desired pacing. Following that, we will incorporate a checkbox control effect, which will provide an easy way to toggle the visibility of the cursor on and off. Once these controls are in place, make sure that the text layer is selected. You can quickly access the effects panel of your text layer by pressing the E key on your keyboard. Now, let's take a moment to rename the slider control effect. I propose we call it Speed, as it will effectively manage the speed of our animation. After that, we'll also rename the checkbox control to Show Cursor to clearly indicate its purpose. This will make our controls intuitive and user-friendly. To create a captivating typewriter animation effect, let's begin by applying an expression. First, ensure that you have the source text panel open. Next, hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and click the stopwatch icon next to the source text field. This action will open the expressions field, allowing you to enter your custom expression. I have prepared the typewriter effect expression in my notepad, so I will copy it and paste it directly into the source text expression field. Once the expression is applied, you might notice that the text appears invisible at first. Don't be alarmed, this is part of the process. Now, let's select the text layer and navigate to the Effect Controls panel. Here, you will want to adjust the speed slider value to your liking. As you increase the speed, watch as the text animates into view in the program monitor, creating that authentic typewriter effect. Additionally, if you would like to add a blinking cursor to your animation, simply check the box to enable it. Now you can see the typewriter animation with the cursor on the source monitor. To customize the cursor style, click on the expression field and modify the cursor character to one of your choosing. Feel free to experiment with various special characters to find the perfect fit for your animation. Now, it's time to create an auto-resizable text box for the text. Before we do that, let's talk about our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Artlist. Elevate your content with Artlist, the ultimate resource for creators. Discover unparalleled quality in their extensive library of music, sound effects, stock footage, innovative AI voiceovers and AI videos, and ready-to-use video templates. Artlist provides everything you need to bring your creative vision to life with professional-grade assets. With a user-friendly interface and a comprehensive collection, Artlist empowers you to find the perfect elements and focus on what you do best to create exceptional content. Experience the Artlist difference. Find the link in the description below and take your creations to the next level. You will get an extra 2 months free by using my link in the video description. Visit artlist.io today and start creating amazing videos without limits with Artlist. Alright, let's go back to the tutorial. To create an auto-resizable text box, we will begin by selecting the rectangle tool from the toolbar. With this tool, draw a rectangle shape that suits your design needs. Something with a clear presence is ideal. Once you have your rectangle, let's carefully move the shape layer downward to position it correctly within your workspace. Next, it's important to rename both the shape layer and text layer for better organization and clarity. This step will help keep our project tidy and easier to navigate. After renaming, we will use the alignment tool to ensure that the rectangle is perfectly centered both horizontally and vertically within the designated area. Now, to achieve the desired auto-resizable functionality for our text box, we need to apply specific expressions to the shape layer. I have prepared the necessary expressions in my notepad, so let's proceed with that. First, we need to copy the first expression, but before doing that, make sure to replace this text with the actual name of your text layer for it to work correctly. Once you have the appropriate text layer name, copy the expression. Next, we will navigate to the rectangle path of the shape layer. Hold down the Alt key on your keyboard while clicking the stopwatch icon next to the size property. This action will open the expressions field, where we can enter our custom expression. Finally, paste the copied expression into this field. Again, let's open the notepad and we need to copy the second expression. Again, make sure to replace this text with the actual name of your text layer for it to work correctly. Next, hold down the Alt key on your keyboard while clicking the stopwatch icon next to the position property. Then, paste the copied expression into this field. Once that's done, I am going to move on to linking our shape layer to the text layer. To do this, click and drag the Pick Whip tool from the shape layer and release it onto the text layer you wish to parent it to. By completing this step, the shape layer will now mimic the transformations of the text layer, reacting to any movements, scaling, or rotations you apply. This connection will create a dynamic and cohesive animation between both layers. In the next step, let's open the notepad and we need to copy the third expression. Next, we will navigate to the transform panel of the shape layer. Hold down the Alt key on your keyboard while clicking the stopwatch icon next to the position property. And finally, paste the copied expression into this field. Once that's done, let's open the contents panel of the shape layer. Once the panel is open, let's locate and click on the icon that allows us to add a new property. We will start by adding the round corners property. After the property is added, it's important to assign it a clear and descriptive name that reflects its purpose, such as corner roundness. Next, we can adjust the radius value to achieve the desired degree of curvature. As we make these adjustments, take a moment to observe the program monitor. There you will see the changes take effect in real time, enhancing the appearance of our shape. By following these simple steps, we have successfully created an auto-resizing text box. Whenever we modify the text within this box, you'll notice that it seamlessly adjusts its dimensions to accommodate the new content. This dynamic behavior ensures that the text box maintains an optimal appearance, regardless of the length of the text entered. In the next step, I will be applying a stunning 4-color gradient effect to create a vibrant and dynamic appearance for the rounded rectangle shape. You have the freedom to select your preferred colors for the gradient. Keep in mind this step is entirely optional, but it can significantly enhance the visual appeal of your design. Once that's done, let's move on to selecting the 2 layers we want to work with. I will start by creating a pre-composition to group these layers together for easier management. After setting that up, the next step is to add a subtle stroke effect. To do this, let's right-click on the pre-composition layer, which will open up a context menu. From there, we will navigate to the Layer Styles option. Next, we need to click on Stroke to bring up the Stroke Settings panel. In the Stroke panel, you will notice a drop-down menu where you can choose a color for your stroke. Make sure to pick a color that complements your design. Once you've selected your color, we can adjust the stroke size by increasing the value in the size field. You should now see the stroke appearing around the box, enhancing its visibility and adding a layer of depth. For the final touch, consider adding a background to the composition. This can elevate the overall aesthetics and make the text box stand out more effectively. Now, with these adjustments, we have successfully created a visually appealing and animated auto-resize text box in After Effects.